My friends, there comes a moment in every life when the foundation you stand upon begins to shake. The voices of this world promise loyalty, but too often those promises break. People say they will stand with you, but when storms come, you find yourself standing alone. And it is in that loneliness that you discover one of life's deepest truths. Trust no one completely, but believe in yourself fully. Now, I don't say this to turn your heart bitter or to make you suspicious of every hand that reaches toward you. No, what I mean is this: every man, every woman, no matter how sincere, is still limited, still fragile, still human. They can fail you. They can disappoint you. But the strength God planted inside of you, that inner flame, that conviction, that determination, that is what will never leave you. That is what you must believe in. You see, people may doubt you, laugh at you, or tell you that your dream is impossible. And if you put all your trust in their opinions, you'll sink into despair. But if you anchor yourself in the truth that you were created with purpose, that your mind and heart carry the seeds of greatness, then no force of betrayal, no abandonment, no rejection will destroy you. Life is a journey of tests. Sometimes the very ones you thought would lift you up will be the ones who try to hold you down. That's why you must guard your heart. Trust not in the changing winds of man's approval, but in the steady compass of your own conviction. Believe in yourself enough to take the next step even when no one else is walking with you. And when you feel alone, remember this: solitude is not weakness. It is strength being sharpened. Diamonds are formed under pressure. Warriors are forged in the fire. And you, my friend, are no different. The world does not need another soul waiting on someone else's validation. The world needs you to rise with faith in yourself, to carry that vision in your heart until it becomes reality. So walk boldly. If they betray you, keep walking. If they laugh at you, keep walking. If they abandon you, keep walking. For the victory belongs to the one who endures, not the one who seeks approval. Trust no one completely, but believe in yourself always, because when the dust settles and the noise fades, it will not be their voices that define your destiny. It will be your faith, your courage, and your belief in the strength God placed inside of you. My friends, life is a strange journey. You set out with hopes, with dreams, with trust in those around you, and you imagine that the people who clap for you today will still be clapping for you tomorrow. But somewhere along the road, reality teaches you a hard lesson. People can fail you. They can disappoint you. They can walk away when you need them most. And if your faith, your confidence, your identity is tied only to the hands and hearts of others, then when they fail, you will fall with them. But let me tell you something that can change your life forever, though people may fail you. The strength within you will never abandon you. That strength is not just stubbornness or pride. It is the God-given flame inside your soul, the quiet conviction that you were made for something greater, the voice deep within whispering, "Get up, keep going, don't quit." Every one of us has lived through moments of betrayal. A friend who promised to be loyal, but vanished when life grew heavy. A family member who doubted your vision. A partner who didn't see your worth. Words that wounded you. Silence that crushed you. Absence that left you standing in the storm alone. And in those moments, it is tempting to believe the lie that you are not enough, that you cannot stand without them. But the truth is, their failure does not define you. Your strength does. Think about it. How many great leaders, inventors, dreamers, and visionaries were laughed at, ignored, or abandoned by those they trusted? They were told, "It cannot be done." They were rejected, betrayed, and left standing with nothing but a vision in their heart. Yet they pressed forward. Why? Because they believed in the strength within themselves. They understood that when people failed, their inner conviction had to rise. And that is the same for you. You see, when the crowd cheers, it is easy to believe. When everyone supports you, it is easy to stand tall. But what happens when the applause dies? What happens when the friends who once praised you turn their backs? That is the proving ground of your destiny. That is where your strength must carry you. For the real measure of a person is not how they walk when the road is smooth, but how they climb when the mountain is steep. Some of you listening right now feel abandoned. You've been disappointed more times than you can count. You've poured your heart into people who did not honor it, and you are tempted to give up. But listen to me. Do not give up. The strength within you is greater than the weakness of those who failed you. What they took from you cannot destroy what God placed inside you. You still have the courage. You still have the vision. You still have the strength. Let me remind you of something profound. Loneliness does not mean you are lost. Solitude does not mean you are broken. In fact, sometimes when people fail you, it is a divine setup for you to discover what you could never see while leaning on others. Diamonds are not formed in comfort. They are formed in pressure. Gold is not purified in ease. It is purified in fire. And your life is no different. The betrayals, the disappointments, the abandonment, they are not the end of you. They are the very fire that is shaping you into who you were meant to become. So do not despise the loneliness. Do not despise the silence. Do not despise the pain of being let down, because those very moments are where your inner strength comes alive. When you stop depending on others to carry you, you learn to walk on your own. When you stop leaning on the voices around you, you begin to hear the still, steady voice within you. And that voice says, you are stronger than this storm. You are greater than this setback. You are more powerful than this pain. Hear me well, people may fail you, but the strength within you will never abandon you. It is not fickle like human loyalty. It is not conditional like human love. It is steady, it is enduring, it is unshakable. And when you choose to trust it, to lean on it, to believe in it, you will rise higher than you ever imagined. So what does it mean to trust in this strength? It means that when rejection comes, you do not let it write the final chapter of your story. It means that when betrayal strikes, you do not let bitterness consume you, but you rise above it. It means that when no one else believes in your dream, you hold on to it even tighter. It means you stop waiting for people to validate you and start walking in the truth of who you already are. Look back over your own life. You've faced storms before. You've endured pain before. You've survived disappointments that once made you wonder if you could go on. And yet here you are. You did not make it because others carried you. You made it because the strength within you carried you. That same strength is alive in you today. That same strength will carry you tomorrow. Yes, people may fail you. They may walk away. They may break their promises. They may underestimate you. But they cannot extinguish the fire in your soul. They cannot silence the voice that calls you forward. They cannot steal the destiny written over your life. And if you believe in that, if you cling to that, if you rise each time you are knocked down, then there is nothing. No betrayal, no rejection, no failure that can stop you. My friends, life is too short to be paralyzed by the failures of others. Do not waste your years grieving who left, who doubted, who betrayed. Lift your eyes. Stand tall. Walk boldly. For the strength within you is greater than every failure around you. And that strength, if you will believe in it, will never abandon you. So tonight, I urge you, trust no one completely, for even the best can fail. But believe always and unshakably in yourself. Because when the dust settles, and the crowd is gone, and the promises have faded, it will not be the voices of others that carry you. It will be the strength inside of you. And that strength will never let you go. My friends, there is a truth that life will teach you again and again, a truth that often comes with pain, disappointment, and betrayal. You cannot build your life on the shaky ground of other people's promises. You cannot hand over the keys of your destiny to someone else's loyalty, someone else's approval, or someone else's support. People will say they will be there, and some may mean it with all their heart. But hearts change, circumstances shift, and human strength falters. The one thing you must never let go of is your belief in yourself. Self-belief is the foundation of resilience, and resilience is what carries you through every storm to the place of success. You see, trust is fragile when placed in human hands. Too many have learned the hard way that friends can leave, family can misunderstand, and even those closest to you can fail. If your hope rests only in them, your spirit will crumble when they walk away. But if your hope rests in the power that has been planted deep inside of you, then nothing, no rejection, no betrayal, no abandonment can stop you from rising. You may bend, but you will not break. You may stumble, but you will not be destroyed. Because the foundation of your life is not their approval, it is your belief in yourself. Now, this belief is not arrogance. It is not pride. It is not thinking you are above others. No, true self-belief is the quiet, unshakable conviction that you were created for a purpose, that your life is not an accident, and that within you lies a strength greater than any obstacle you may face. It is the voice that whispers, you can keep going, when everything around you tells you to quit. It is the fire that refuses to die, even when the winds of discouragement blow against it. Success is not built in a day. It is forged through long nights, heavy burdens, and countless setbacks. And in those moments, when the weight feels unbearable, you will not find your strength in the cheers of others, because there will be days when the crowd is silent, when the applause stops, when no one is watching, and no one is clapping. What will carry you then? It will be your own belief, your own voice inside that says, I was made for more. I will not stop here. Resilience is not a gift handed to a chosen few. It is built in the furnace of trials. It is tested when people betray you, when plans fall apart, when doors slam in your face. And the question is not, do I have the strength? The question is, do I believe in myself enough to keep standing, keep walking, keep fighting? Because if you believe in yourself, resilience will grow, and resilience will carry you to success. Think about it. Every great accomplishment in history was once doubted, ridiculed, or dismissed. Innovators were called foolish, dreamers were mocked, visionaries were abandoned. But the reason we remember them today is not because everyone believed in them. It's because they believed in themselves. They kept going when no one else understood. They held on when others let go. They refused to quit, not because people cheered them on, but because they carried within themselves an unshakable conviction that their mission mattered. And so it is with you. There will be voices that try to hold you back. Some will tell you that you cannot do it, that you are not strong enough, not smart enough, not capable enough. Others will discourage you because they fear their own weakness, and seeing your strength reminds them of what they lack. But hear me clearly, their doubts do not define you. Their fears do not limit you. Their words are not your destiny. Your destiny rests on what you choose to believe about yourself. Self-belief gives you courage in the face of fear. It gives you stability in the face of change. It gives you strength in the face of loss. It tells you that even when the mountain seems too high, step by step, you can climb it. Even when the night feels endless, dawn will come. Even when the world turns its back, you can keep moving forward. But hear this, self-belief must be fed. You cannot expect it to grow if you fill your mind with doubt, with negativity, with the voices of failure. You must guard your mind and feed it with vision, with faith, with truth. What you dwell upon in your heart will become the fuel of your future. If you feed yourself fear, you will live in chains. If you feed yourself faith, you will walk in freedom. So I urge you, stop waiting for someone else to validate you. Stop waiting for someone open the door to cheer you on, to hold your hand. Do not place your destiny in the hands of others. Rise up with the courage to say, even if I must walk alone, I will walk. Even if no one believes in me, I will still believe in myself. Even if the road is long and hard, I will endure, because on the other side of that endurance is victory. When life pushes you down, self-belief helps you rise again. When you face rejection, it tells you that rejection is redirection. When you encounter failure, it reminds you that failure is not final unless you quit. And when you finally reach the mountaintop, you will know, beyond a shadow of doubt, that it was not the crowd, not the applause, not the validation of others that carried you there. It was the strength God placed in you and your unshakable belief in that strength. So my friend, hear this and take it to heart. Trust no one completely, but believe in yourself always. People may fail, but your faith in yourself can carry you through every storm. Self-belief is not just an idea. It is the very foundation of resilience. And resilience, tested and proven, is the path to success. Walk boldly, dream deeply, believe fiercely, and when the world doubts you, stand tall, because the world's doubts cannot stop a man or woman who refuses to stop believing. My friends, life is filled with moments when the world grows quiet around us, when the very people we thought would stand at our side are nowhere to be found. Some leave because they choose to, others because they cannot carry the weight of the journey you are on. And in those hours of silence, the temptation rises to believe that loneliness means failure, that solitude is proof that something has gone wrong. But hear me today, loneliness is not defeat. Loneliness is the furnace where greatness is forged. When you stand alone, you see life for what it truly is. Stripped of the applause, stripped of the encouragement, stripped of the voices that once cheered for you, you are left with nothing but yourself. And that is where the truth is revealed. Because when there is no one else to lean on, you discover that you were stronger than you ever imagined. When the hand you expected to hold yours pulls away, you learn that your legs can still carry you forward. And when the voices that once said, "I believe in you," go silent, you discover the deeper truth. That the greatest voice you need is the one within you. It is in loneliness that you learn not to trust blindly in people. You learn to see their humanity, their limits, their frailty, their imperfections. This is not bitterness, it is wisdom. People are not perfect, and they were never meant to carry the weight of your destiny. If you hang your dreams on the shoulders of others, those dreams will collapse the moment they falter. But if you anchor your hope in the strength within you, in the vision burning inside your soul, then nothing, no betrayal, no rejection, no abandonment can destroy you. Think of the stories of every great leader, every pioneer, every man or woman who ever changed the course of history. Their journeys were not easy. They were not surrounded by constant support. Many of them walked through the wilderness of loneliness. They were mocked, doubted, and misunderstood. Yet it was in that solitude that their vision became sharper. It was in that quiet place of rejection that their fire burned hotter. And when the time came to rise, they stood unshaken because they had learned the most powerful lesson of all, to believe in themselves when no one else would. You too will face these moments. There will be seasons when friends you trusted fail you, when family does not understand you, when colleagues whisper instead of encourage. Do not see it as the end. Do not see it as defeat. For loneliness is not a prison. It is a classroom. It is where your faith is tested, where your courage is built, where your character is refined. Loneliness asks you the hardest questions. Will you still move forward if no one is cheering? Will you still believe in yourself when others doubt you? Will you keep walking when the road is empty? And if your answer is yes, then you are stepping into the making of greatness. The world is filled with those who gave up because they could not handle the silence. They needed approval to keep moving. They needed applause to feel worthy. And when it was gone, they stopped. But the ones who endure, the ones who push forward in the quiet, those are the ones who break barriers, who rise above, who write their names on history, because their belief was not built on shifting voices, but on an unshakable conviction. So let me say it again, loneliness is not defeat. If you are alone today, do not despair. Do not believe the lie that your solitude means you are weak. On the contrary, it is in that very place that your strength is being formed. Diamonds do not appear without pressure. Steel is not strengthened without fire. And you, my friend, will not discover the depth of your resilience without walking through moments of loneliness. When others abandon you, keep walking. When others doubt you, keep believing. When others betray you, keep standing. For the path you are on is not meant to be traveled with the constant approval of people. It is meant to be traveled with the steady assurance that you were created for something greater than their opinions. Your destiny does not rest in their hands. Your future does not depend on their loyalty. Your victory is not tied to their faithfulness. It is tied to your own. And here is the beautiful truth. When you learn to stand alone, you will never be truly shaken again. When you find your strength in yourself, you are no longer afraid of betrayal. When you discover your courage in silence, you are no longer dependent on applause. And when you rise from the furnace of loneliness, you rise as someone unbreakable, unstoppable, and unshaken. So if today you feel forgotten, if today you feel left behind, if today you are walking a road that feels empty, hold your head high. This is not your defeat. It is your preparation. This is not your end. It is your beginning. For loneliness is not the mark of weakness, but the birthplace of greatness. Do not waste the silence. Do not despise the solitude. Use it, build in it, dream in it, believe in it, because when the day comes, and it will come, when the world looks at you and says, "How did you make it through?" you will answer with confidence, "I kept walking. I kept believing. I trusted no one completely, but I believed in myself." And that, my friend, is how greatness is forged.